In today's video, I'm going to be discussing tempo and the importance of it in your golf swing. I'm going to share with you a really simple tip that you can actually take to the course once you're able to get back out there. And this is a total game fix. This is going to be from putting all the way through to driving. Make sure you check this video out. One, two, three, one. 1, 2, 1. Welcome back to the TruGolf Academy. You join me, Jon Watts, today in my back garden. If you haven't seen one of these videos already, I'm filming a number of videos to help your game while you're at home. I hope you're keeping safe from the coronavirus. That's why I'm out here. That's why I'm filming these videos, to try and help your game that you can do at home, in the house, in the garden, to really improve your game in this sort of off-season. And today's tip is actually going to be about tempo, rhythm. And I'm going to be discussing it with the irons, the woods, the putter. So actually it's a total game fix. It's an area a number of golfers feel they struggle with. The amount of golfers who say to me, oh, I feel like I rush the backswing, I rush the start of the downswing. What I want to share with you is a very simple tip. So this is going to be quite a short, compact video, but going to give you a lot of info that's very relevant to your game. So let me just grab, I've got a mid-iron here, but this, when we're talking about full swing, it's the same whether we're talking about an iron or a driver, hybrid fairway, it doesn't matter. We're looking for the same tempo. Effectively, if I was striking this golf ball here, what we're looking for is 3 parts going back, 1 part coming down into impact. So this should take 3 parts, as I said, from setup to the top of the backswing, and then 1 part of our swing would be impact. Now, the easiest way to describe that was if that took a second to actually hit the golf ball, and most people's rhythms is probably nearer 3/4 of a second to impact rather than a second, but just for simple maths for my benefit, if we said it was a second, we're looking at 3/4 of the second going back, 1/4 of the second on the downswing. So it's very hard to change things on the downswing. It's generally a result of what we've done on the backswing or in that transition movement. And if people can actually feel like they've got a little bit more time, perhaps in the backswing, they're more likely to make a better movement. I often see people who feel like they've rushed, as I said, that first movement or maybe the transition movement. So quite a good way for you to do that is actually count, especially while you're at home, in the garden, in the living room, making some golf swings, going through some motions. Not necessarily something you need to take to the course, but if you find it helps, by all means, take it to there. I've heard golfers talk about humming, some singing a song in their head, some saying words to improve the tempo, whatever that might be. All I'm going to ask you to do is simply count 1, 2, 3, 1, okay, to impact. So 1, 2, 3, 1. So the downswing, as I said, is one small part of that, 3 parts going back, 1 part coming down. Now very quickly into short game, what's the difference? If I'm not doing a full swing, so I am putting or perhaps hitting a little chip or a pitch shot, it should be more 2 parts back, 1 part down. So you can do exactly the same thing. So imagine I'm just hitting a little pitch shot here. What I'm going to count is 1, 2, 1, okay? So 1, 2, 1. So it's another simple way of doing that, changing my rhythm. Same thing's going to work with putting. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. I've heard people talk about putting. I know a Phil Kenyon, Harold Swash golf school approach is to actually count 1 to the backswing, 2 to the follow through, meaning they got to the ball in half. Okay, so if that was 1, that was half, that was another half. You can still see that has that same approach where it's 2 parts going back, 1 part going down. Now you could quite simply, let me start with a little wedge. You could quite simply download a cheap app. I've used ones with clients before called Tour Tempo Frame Counter, and I will put the link just here. And all it does is it measures your amount of camera frames in the backswing, your amount of camera frames in the downswing. Tour average on full swings, they say, is 24 camera frames going back, 8 on the way down, so 3 parts to 1 part. Obviously with a short game shot, we'd be more looking for 20, 10 perhaps. There is no perfect rhythm, it's what works for you, but it's the time scale of that, is having the 3 parts to 1 part, or short game. So I'm going to just hit a little pitch first, and I'm just going to count 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Just to try and get that rhythm. I just realised I pulled out a 58 degree. Bit worried about the top of that net, that net. But that can work with anything. So even if I grabbed a putter, now I'm definitely going to be safe. I'm not hitting it over that net. And that same approach, I'm going to be counting 1, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm trying to get that same feeling, that same approach throughout my whole game. Now, an iron on a full shot. So remember, this is 3 parts going back, 1 part going down. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Just to try and change that up. Let's give it a whirl with that same thought in there. 1, 2, 3, 1. And that works really well for me, because if anything, I do get a little quick going back in that transition. I really like that feeling of almost, it feels like a little pause. When you look at it on video, you'll go, where's that pause? But it will in your mind feel like you've taken a little bit more time in the transition. And I know that simple tip, just focusing on your rhythm, is definitely going to help your game, something you can easily do at home. I'm also filming daily videos on Instagram and Facebook to try and help your game while you're at home. So please check me out on there. The details are coming along the bottom of the screen. Just short videos all around helping your game, tuition videos. And I hope to see you guys soon.